In the heat of competition, emotions can run high and some athletes completely lose control. Like in this case, where one runner veered right off the track. Then there's another recent viral incident involving a high school track athlete who was struck with a baton by a competitor during their championship race, leaving her with a concussion and a possible skull fracture.
I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
And get this, after the assault, the offender took no accountability whatsoever. Instead of owning up to her actions, she and her parents are going around claiming it was all a mistake and portraying her as the victim.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
Nah, they all need to be held accountable. The daughter, the mother, and the father are completely out of line. They should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not. Instead, they just keep lying and shifting blame onto everyone and everything else except the person actually responsible. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates.
Turned out to an attack during a high school track and field relay race. One runner hit another in the head with a baton. Janae Norman here with the story. Good morning, Janae.
Hey, George, this is a crazy video that you have to see. It's unimaginable, unsportsmanlike conduct on the track. This morning, a high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race.
Junior Kaylin Tucker was running the second leg of the 4x200 relay in the Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking incident happened.
That's when she hit me with the baton.
Watch again as you see the two sprinters running side by side as they round the corner with Kaylin on the outside, Kaylin's mother cheering her on. Just as Kaylin is passing the other runner, the athlete swings her baton, striking Kaylin.
I just felt a bang on my head and then I fell off the track immediately.
Kaylin dropping her baton and reaching for her head.
The whole Coliseum pretty much gasped. I just jumped up out of the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor.
The 16-year-old was later diagnosed with a concussion. The family says neither the athlete who struck Kaylin nor the other team's coaches checked on Kaylin or reached out afterwards.
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter, that was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
Yeah, I agree. This was definitely not an accident. Just like everybody else, I've watched the video in slow motion from multiple angles, and there's no way it was unintentional. The way she pulled her arm back before striking the other girl was deliberate. And if it had been a mistake, she would have immediately rushed over to check on the victim and apologize for accidentally hurting her, right? But no, she didn't do that at all.
The other runner, who attends IC Norcom High School, has not been named. Kaylin's parents say Norcom's athletic director and the girl's father apologized in a phone call, but they're still waiting for the opposing athlete and her coaches to reach out.
We definitely want the coaches and a personal apology from the actual athlete as well, because it's only, it's only right.
So the coach, he apologized to the victim, and the attacker's father apologized to the victim, but the girl who actually attacked her said nothing? I want to see more than an apology here. I also want the girl who did this to her to be charged and arrested, because this is absolutely unacceptable.
The Virginia High School League saying in a statement, "We thoroughly review every instance like this," adding, "The VHSL membership has always made it a priority to provide student athletes with a safe environment for competition."
Meanwhile, Kaylin's parents say that they're still waiting to see what disciplinary actions will be taken against the other athlete before deciding their next steps. In the meantime, guys, because Kaylin's been recovering for a week, they're hoping that she can finally return to school today.
Oh, I hope
because
so
she's been
too.
out recovering.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're glad she's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Man, this is just so bad. She suffered a concussion and possible fractured skull. She was out of school for at least a week, all because of the actions of an angry, emotional, sore loser. And then the attacker had no remorse at all. But all of a sudden, when the video went viral, she decided to come out and defend herself.
Tonight, a Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at a Virginia High School League indoor track meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by IC Norcom High School senior Alayla Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to 10 on Your Side's Markeisha Jackson, who brings us much more.
The young athlete in question says there's more to that video than meets the eye.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
She said the victim is physically hurt, but she's mentally hurt. Like, girl, you don't think the victim is mentally hurt too? You literally gave her a concussion, and her skull could be fractured. But she's so busy trying to be a victim herself when she's the one who caused this.
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School. She would have never thought her trip to the Class 3 track and field state finals last Tuesday would take a drastic turn.
They're going off of one angle.
No, nobody's going off one angle. There are several angles out there, not just one.
Alayla visibly emotional because of this video from the meet.
Correction. The reporter says she's visibly emotional because of the video from the meet. No, she's upset because no one's buying her story and she's being held accountable.
This was a 4x200 meter relay race, and she and a Brookville High School athlete were rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
After a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
No, she didn't just get hit. You hit her. Saying she got hit is an attempt to remove herself from responsibility, like somehow she got hit and she had nothing to do with it.
It appears intentional, but Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100% that she won't do this to nobody.
So her mama is basically saying it doesn't matter if we watch 10 videos. Clearly seeing what her daughter did, she's still saying there's no way her daughter did it because she knows her daughter. You can't make this stuff up. And this is why people are now coming for her parents, because they're obviously condoning this behavior and defending it.
Her parents outraged at the backlash. The IC Norcom relay team was disqualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes up on the outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
And here's another one defending this foolishness. Even if that's true, that doesn't justify her actions.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wants to give, but she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media, and instead the Everett family was served with court papers.
She blocked you on social media because you attacked her, and you showed no remorse when it happened. Then on top of that, you and your family started defending your actions and lying on social media. So of course, now the victim doesn't want to have anything to do with her, because the only reason you would try to reach out to her now is because you got caught from all these different angles and you're still defending it.
And now we have to go to a city 3 hours away that everybody hates our guts already.
And the daddy is just as stupid as the daughter and the mama. He's up here complaining about having to drive hours for some proceeding when it was his daughter that intentionally hit that girl out of anger, injuring her. That's at the center of the proceeding. I'm telling you, something is really wrong with all three of them. They're all allergic to accountability. And that's what's really angering people. They're making this 10 times worse, trying to defend their daughter.
They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
She's definitely not crying because she's sorry about what she did. She's crying because of the criticism. You just can't go around whacking people because you can't control your anger. She got angry on the track during the race at the victim, and she intentionally pulled her arm back and whacked her. Everybody saw it. Then she tried to play it off after she did it. Not once did she approach the victim to help her, because in her mind, she deserved it. And now she's up here crying, trying to play the victim. Like, girl, you are not the victim. You did this, and you should be held accountable. Her inability to take accountability is actually a reflection on her parents too. And when you look at them and their response to the situation, then it all makes sense. Her mama is on Facebook going crazy trying to defend her daughter. I think the Virginia High School League should hold her accountable. Her school should hold her accountable too, because she was there representing them, and she should also be criminally charged. This is just horrible. I feel real bad for the victim. I hope she's going to be okay. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to Elmer. I appreciate you, Elmer, for all of your support for the channel, as well as Emmett. Thank you, Emmett, for your support. You can show your support as well. The link to PayPal is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.